Number 15. Resplendent Quetzal. Native to forest regions across Mexico, Guatemala, and Panama, the resplendent quetzal is undoubtedly one of the most beautiful species of bird in the world, and not even the name lives up to how stunning a creature it is. Usually growing to around 16 inches long, as well as having tail streamers that can be as much as 30 inches long, they have mainly iridescent green bodies, with a wide variety of other colors speckled throughout. Because of the size of their tails, they aren't particularly good at flying, so are more often seen hopping along branches in search of insects and fruit to feed on. They do, however, spend most of their lives high up in the tree canopy, and can fly for short bursts if needed. Due to the way they look, resplendent quetzals have long been an integral part of culture and folklore in the area, so much so that they're the national birds of Guatemala, where the currency is named after them, and they also feature on the country's flag and coat of arms. In Mesoamerican cultures, the resplendent quetzal was considered a divine bird that was linked with the snake god, Quetzalcoatl, and it was seen as a heinous crime to be responsible for killing one. Still, that hasn't prevented collectors from taking large numbers in recent decades, which along with habitat destruction means that this incredible species is now considered to be near threatened.
Number 14. Arctic fox. Growing up to 30 inches long, the Arctic fox is one of the smaller species of fox, but because of the environment it lives, it has developed some of the most stunning features of any canine. They're found throughout the Arctic, where they hunt small creatures they encounter, such as lemmings, seal pups, fish, and birds, and also eat vegetation like berries and seaweed. To survive in such a cold environment, they grow thick, warm coats that are almost perfectly white to help them camouflage in with their surroundings. Even their fur doesn't protect them fully from the cold, however, so they build their dens in sheltered spots and are able to curl up into tiny balls, with their feet and heads tucked in beneath their bodies and tails to keep as much warmth in as possible. Such is their suitability to this climate and the fact they only start shivering once temperatures have plummeted. Found in rainforests across Southeast Asia in countries like Malaysia, Thailand, and Indonesia, the four legs that they use for walking have purposefully evolved to mimic the petals of the flowers. Amazingly, they're able to alter their color from shades of light pink to dark brown, depending on the environment.
Butterflies will swoop in thinking they'll be able to feed on the nectar, but instead the mantis strikes with its toothed arms, delivers a powerful bite, and then devours it in a flash before returning to the plant to attract its next victim. Because of the way they look, orchid mantises are one of the most sought-after species of insects by collectors, but because they're so rare and are extremely difficult to find,
leopard, which is native to regions around the Himalayas in Southeast Asia and China. Usually growing to around 3 or 4 feet long with a further 2 or 3 foot long tail, they're a nocturnal species that sleeps during the day in trees and emerges at night to hunt for prey on the forest floor. Covered in thin fur which has gray, brown, and black patches and stripes that almost look like clouds, their long tails give them extraordinarily good balance, which means they can run vertically down a tree trunk head first at just a moment's notice. Normally solitary animals, they also have powerful legs that allow them to jump 4 feet high from a standing start.